What was I thinking of? Making my camera, turning my camera off.
No, that's
There we
cool.
go.
No, put
I'm
yours
doing
on.
that.
Put yours on. That's all right. It's just like you've got the B now, and I've got the OBS symbol. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, you aren't showing on the stream.
Okay,
On
good,
the stream, there's only me.
good.
However, there's the ugly side of my cupboard, which I'm not that keen on. Let me see if I can get rid of this ugly cupboard.
Well, everybody's used to the cupboard. That's where your cat jumps up on. I mean,
Yeah.
the show's not the same without the cat.
I know! And where is the cat?
He'll come in once he decides it's
Reckon,
time.
once he hears us talking.
The movie star has to show up freaking late. You know that, right? Like he has to be sensibly late to the affair.
Let's hope that he does come. Okay, so I'm hating this. My mouth is out of sync with my talking.
It's
Wow. I wonder how that's going to work. Why is that happened all of a sudden? It has never been like that on this computer. I told Callum about it, and he said that he would have to uninstall the operating system and reinstall it. You see, it doesn't do this on Teams, and that's how he set it up to work. He set it up for Teams to work. But now nobody wants to use Teams, and so I'm kind of stuck with these other things that, I don't know. And I don't understand why it would be any different. Why can't I just use Element? Why does it have to be set up for Teams? That doesn't make any sense to me. It's just a computer. Why doesn't it just work?
I got an idea for you. Now, up on top where it says Duality with bobdub, you see that little clock right there?
Yeah.
Put
Performance
your mouse.
seat.
Okay, go click on that performance setting and set the performance to just before best performance instead of high quality.
Ah, this one. Okay. So, like the first quarter. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's going to work. No, that makes it worse.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, so put it to the one right next to it, closer to the high quality.
All right. Now then. It sort of works.
A little bit better.
Better, a little bit better.
Now, what happens if you go to highest quality?
What happens if I go to highest quality? Does that change anything? Does it look to you like it changes anything? I still see lag.
It actually gets worse at highest quality. Yeah.
Let's go to 3/4 and see, and stay with 3/4.
Sounds good.
Oh, okay. It's better for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if nothing else, I can edit it in Blender and get it synced. So I did it to the last one. So.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right.
Now let me go get a smoke real quick and everything.
Yes.
Before we start jumping into it.
Okay.
I've got the recording going, just so you know.
Oh, you're already recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to get some cool behind the scenes footage of us acting ridiculous. Which we've done a good job so far. Just
okay.
You know.
Set this and try that. Yes, that was pretty good.
It was us in our natural habitat, and we pulled it off.
Okay, cool. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right. All right.
Do Better says that he's going to eat and he thinks that he'll be there on time, but he might just be a spectator at first.
Oh, he's never. Well, he stays quiet for a long time, but he's never just a spectator. Like, you get him going, he's always fired up.
He gets into it. Yeah, he does. Yeah. So
I'll be right back.
Okay, see ya. View your channel. Okay. Well. Oh, okay. We're not going to do it. On bobdub, we're doing it on the wonderful world of weirdness. Which is why I can't see it. View your channel. Very good. And live. Alright, upcoming. Very nice. So, nice. Okay. Alright, and this here is this. Oh, Roger, I want to ask you some questions.
Okay, I'm back.
Awesome. How do you smoke a cigarette so quick?
I have to.
Do you eat it?
I have to practice at it. Like, I used to work in warehouses and factories where they only give you like 10 minutes. So I had to figure out how to smoke 2 cigarettes in 15 minutes.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I used to do one for 7 minutes. 1 cigarette for 7 minutes, so.
That's how I did it. I had to break them down 7 minutes for frickin' each cigarette.
Yeah, and light the one from the other?
No, I couldn't
Not
do that.
good.
I'm not a barbarian.
Everybody's got a little bit of barbarian in them.
Yes, they do.
So I was going to ask you, I was talking to Otto about doing another Shakespeare talk.
That'd be cool.
He's keen. Are you keen?
Yeah, I'm good. I can do it.
Okay, so we can set it up sometime.
There's other things we didn't discuss too, like De Vere. I think that's something that does need to be discussed because the weirdest part about him is where he's buried at. And Mark brought something up that was interesting, but I did the research and I found out they didn't start letting popular people get buried in the abbey until the frickin' 1800s. Before that, it was all royalty. So what's De Vere doing buried in the abbey?
Somebody's son, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That gets
fascinating.
That gets into the Francis Bacon, the Baconian theory, where they think that he's the son of Elizabeth. And
of Elizabeth.
Yeah, and the Baconians, they're real high-minded. They have these hopes, and they think that it's the Baconian or Francis Bacon, but in reality, it's De Vere who's the illegitimate son of Queen Elizabeth or Victoria, whichever. No, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, yeah. So on the last show that I was doing with Otto, the one that I'm just editing now, we were talking about Elizabeth and
Mm-hmm.
how she chopped Mary's head off.
Oh yeah, Bloody Mary. Yeah. See the Bloody Mary. That's good stuff. See, you guys are talking about some good stuff.
So we were talking about that, and then we were talking about Putin and how everybody says what a savage Putin is. But like our queen, just a couple of years back, chopped off her sister's head.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, who are we really to point fingers?
Well, English. The English are barbarians. I mean, they're very intelligent. Don't get me wrong, but they're barbaric. The way they dealt with people. You know, I mean, if they didn't like you and they were like a duke, they would just.
Yeah.
If you were in their castle, they'd drop you down a hole. They
Yeah.
had little square holes in the corner, and they just drop you down there.
Yeah.
They'd let you die.
But that's no different from anybody else. Everybody says the English are so savage, but everybody had their own little savage ways.
But you got to understand, they kept doing it up until about the 17 or 1800s. I mean, like, it took them a long time to get over that barbarism. I mean, really, it did. Like,
Oh, I'm fairly sure that if you relaxed the laws, it would come straight back again. I think that people are pretty disgusting wherever you go in the world.
yeah, I gotta agree on that. I haven't found any kind of history that doesn't show that, like everywhere, all over the world.
Mm.
So
Mm.
you're right about that.
The other thing that I wanted to ask you, I will go, and we'll set up. I'll try and set up another one with another Shakespeare with Otto. Another thing that I wanted to ask you was about common ground. Do you know about common ground?
Yeah, safe spaces, common ground. There's that stems that stems from the Jewish traditions. It's that they believe in frickin' public grounds, public space,
Mm.
and it came from that, which is a lot of it's written in the Talmud, if you read it. And
Oh, okay.
they were real picky about it, and that kind of stems from them, and then it kind of migrated into everybody's society. You know what I mean? Like it's all over the world. Like public spaces. Have you ever heard of that term?
No.
Like when you go to town and you're in town and you're going to all the
Oh, right.
stores.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yes.
There's
Yes.
laws set up about how you're supposed to behave in those areas.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So I'm talking about a slightly different thing. I don't really know about it. It's something. It's an initiative by a media company called Human Events,
Mm-hmm.
where they have this. I think they do it on college campuses. It's like a debate, but instead of being a debate where people argue for their own point of view, it's like a debate where you find similarities between the different points of views.
Oh, no, I never heard of that. That sounds
Haven't heard of
ridiculous.
Why?
Just because I just wanted to say it. Who wants to discuss common grounds? You know, similarities. I mean, come on, seriously. Let's just sit and argue about who should be president of the United States. No, I'm just joking. I'm not serious.
You know I'm a girl.
Yeah, I
You
know.
figured out that I'm a girl.
I'm just joking. But yeah, that sounds pretty nice. It'd be interesting.
I would like to know how it works, because when I first heard it, I had the same reaction as you, of like, wouldn't that just be really boring to just say, oh yeah, no, I agree with you. Oh yeah, no, I agree with you. Oh, okay, I agree with you. Like, there isn't a conversation when you're just sitting there saying you agree.
Well, I mean, you do realize, like, we're doing a stream about duality, right? Like, most people aren't going to be freaking knocking the doors down to freaking come see our stream about duality. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, I don't want to hear that stuff. You know? I mean, there's people that are interested, don't get me wrong, but not like a mass amount of gathering. Even though we are getting a lot of people watching it.
Are we?
Yeah. The views on freaking Wonderful World of Weirdness is really good for this show. They're really
Good for
good.
this show. I see 236 on Summer Todd and 184 on Into the Abyss.
Yeah, that dropped. That was actually up in the first two were up in the 300s.
Yeah, 349 I see on the second episode, on the one streamed 7 days ago.
7. Oh yeah, that's the one the first one I put on Wonderful World of Weirdness, the one with all of us and you and Vince and Julian, because it was on it was on my channel, but I didn't have it on Wonderful World of Weirdness. So
Weirdness. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's really awesome viewership. 349.
Yeah, people love that.
Yeah. Well. And I think that we've had a drop off in viewership, or everybody has over Christmas and January. But now the kids are all back at school. I don't know, but you don't have summer do you have some? Oh, you're in the middle of winter, so you wouldn't be having summer holidays in the middle of your winter.
No.
Our kids down here have all gone back to school, so I'm expecting viewership here to start picking up.
Cool. Yeah. With the viewership too, we're having a slight dispute with the viewers because they're wanting the UFOs and the aliens and the ghosts and all that stuff. But then, like, a majority of them that come in are freaking trolls.
Oh, right. Yes. Yes.
But, like, I've had a couple of them that had some, good criticisms and debunking and stuff like that. But a lot of them are trolls that just want to say stuff. So,
yeah. And that's difficult, because you don't want to ignore your audience, but neither do you want to be misled by people who just want to be nasty.
Well, I'm not a nice person to those guys. I'm like John. He's Mr. Nice Guy. You know what I mean? I'll tell him, I hate trolls, and then I freaking mute them from the channel, like, because I don't see a purpose for allowing trolls to just run rampant on your comment section.
No. Don't feed the trolls. Right. Absolutely.
So I mentioned it to John. I mentioned it with John on Old Men Talking, and I told him, I was like, I don't do that like John does. I'm not gonna be nice about it and just let it go. If you're being a troll in comments, you get muted, and that's it.
Yeah, cool. I think that's good. I mean, it's your channel. You don't need anybody just coming in and shitting in the middle of your lounge floor.
Right. So. Everybody is kind of, like now we're talking about it too, so I mean, it's just, if that's the way it's just going to be with it. I do it on all my channels. I have no problem with it. Everybody calls that.
No, me neither.
Everybody calls
me neither. You see, I don't think we have time to talk about it really, but I don't believe that free speech is nasty speech. Yeah. I think that you can have free speech and still be polite, and I don't think that I need to put up with somebody who wants to be an asshole to me.
Right. Exactly.
Doesn't work for me.
I just found a dilemma I have, though. I don't know how am I. Yeah, I can do that. Never mind. I was wondering if I could pop my notes up and still be able to see the stream. But
you can? Okay, cool. All right, so I think we're going to start streaming. It's 12.
Okay.
Ready to go? I hope this is going to work. Okay, so then 3, 2, 1.